This football playoff recap is presented by Sitterly Homes, Lance Gilliam CPA, and by Center Court Pizza. This game recap is brought to you by IBC Bank. IBC Bank, we do more. And by New York Life Financial Services professional Fred Stubing, the agent you trust, the company you keep. Proudly supporting Texas high school athletics for more than 25 years. Most of the pundits thought the big second-round matchup in Class 6A Division I would be between Converse Judson and San Antonio O'Connor. Judson held up their end of the deal, blowing out Buda Hayes in round one, but Reagan figured out Molesky ball, and they blew O'Connor out of the tournament 30-7 in a game that wasn't even that close. So the second-round matchup at the Alamo Dome will feature Judson and Reagan, which should be just as good of a matchup. The teams have not played each other in 4 years. Last time they met was the 2014 quarterfinals, when future Houston quarterback Jalon Williams defeated future Texas A&M quarterback Kellen Mond 34-24. Even though these teams haven't played each other in 4 years, Mike Chandler, the quarterback for Judson, does have a little history. As a member of Johnson, he led the Jaguars on a 17-play, 99-yard drive last year as the Jaguars upset Reagan, ending the Rattlers' 26-game district winning streak, and Johnson would go on to win their first and only football district title. Judson won their first district title in 9 years, but Reagan coming off that big win over O'Connor. So how will this matchup play out at the Dome? Well, let's take you there and check out the highlights brought to you as always by IBC Bank and New York Life Financial Services provider Fred Stubing. There's Mike Chandler warming up before the game. Dating back to his time at Johnson, he has 13 straight wins versus area teams. And here is Sincere McCormick. He had a great Thanksgiving, and it showed on the field. Early stage of the second quarter with the game tied at 7, McCormick began his assault on the Rattler defense. He actually had a long touchdown run called back by a penalty earlier in the game. This one was not called back. 61 yards on the touchdown run gave the Rockets the lead back at 14-7. Then the bottom fell out for Reagan, which brings us to our IBC Bank do more effort of the game. Ensuing kickoff, Rattlers can't come up with the turkey. It gobbles around the field until Judson's Jeffrey Powell alertly fell on the holiday gift. And that gave Judson an extra possession, and his alertness to take advantage of the mistake is our IBC Bank do more effort of the game. If you give Judson extra possessions, they will take advantage of them, and from that point on, almost nothing went right for Reagan. First play after the turnover, DeAnthony Lewis ran right and passed the defense on a 34-yard touchdown, his second of the half, and quickly it was 21-7 thanks to 2 touchdowns in 13 seconds. Lewis, though, would not see the end of the game as he was ejected in the second half for fighting. Judson fans said they want more Sincere McCormick. Absolutely. McCormick 55-yard touchdown run, lead quickly up to 28-7. No one touched him, not on his way to the end zone, not on his way through the end zone, not even after he left the end zone. He ran for 149 yards in the first half and 188 for the game. Sincere, was your Thanksgiving dinner your inspiration?
My grandma cooked well. She came down from California, cooked up a good meal for us. And overall, I just love playing with my brothers and pretty much getting it done. I want to give a shout out to my offensive line for doing such a good job blocking for me and opening up holes as big as the truck. So, it's all up to them.
Could someone please ask his grandma for that recipe? Later in the quarter, 35-7, when Judson forced a Reagan fatal mistake, which leads us to our play of the game brought to you by New York Life Financial Services provider Fred Stubing, the agent you trust, the company you keep. Reagan quarterback Travis Staley can't handle the snap. Ball bounced to receiver Connor Fox. He tried to fling the ball forward but got hit, and the brown object sailed right into Rashad Wisdom's hands. Instead of fighting for a holiday deal at the mall, he got his shopping done early, and he returned it 44 yards for a touchdown, 42-7 Judson at halftime. They scored 5 touchdowns in a span of 7 minutes, 28 seconds in that second quarter.
We always talk about we need somebody to just spark us. and that's exactly what happened. We get a spark, and the next thing you know, you got a big time fire going.
That pick six is our play of the game, brought to you by New York Life Financial Services provider Fred Stubing. Call 830-312-0155 or stop by and see him in New Braunfels. Any remote chance Reagan had to get back into the contest ended in the third quarter when Chandler broke tackles and pushed the Reagan D-line into the end zone on a 5-yard touchdown run, 49-14 at that point. Chandler would become the first quarterback to beat Reagan in back-to-back years since 2010.
Give it up to him. We motivate him. We keep him calm. He's a humble person, and we love him like one of our own. We took him in. I know he came from Johnson, but we took him in, put him into the system, and he's one of our own, one of our brothers.
Coaches shook hands after the game, but it wasn't much of a game after the second quarter scoring barrage. Judson totaled 367 rushing yards, 567 yards overall as they advance to round 3 and will play on the road at San Benito next Friday night. Reporting from the Dome, I'm Greg Sherman for Friday Night Glory.